Yes guys, good evening to all. I will do a walk through Bridgetown once again, which is the capital of Barbados. Right now I'm at Hank Street at Princess Alice. And this is the new Immigration Department building on the Barbados Tourism Investment Board right here. So this is Princess Alice Highway, and this is the lower part of Graystone, which is the country's capital. This is the historic Musson building, where most of the freight agencies were parked. Some of them used to be here, and some of them moved out. This is the lower part of Bridgetown. Sign says Princess Alice. This is Sam's Place. This is Chamberlain Street with Furniture Limited. This is owned by Miss Ram Merchandani, a popular Trinidadian businesswoman who has lots of businesses in Barbados. Furniture Limited. Handyman's Hardware. I look back at Princess Alice Highway and the new Immigration Department building. And this is the side of the courts. And the man's hardware. This is the side of the courts appliance store. Looking back at Jubilee Gardens, which was the site for the old Lower Green bus stand. The Lower Green bus stand was here first until May 20th, 2003. When they relocated the buses further down here at Princess Alice Highway, and then later on they converted it Jubilee Gardens, then into a part where vendors play their trade on a daily basis. And also where the homeless also congregate as well. So this is Jubilee Gardens here, and this is the Courts Appliance Store, now about to be closed. And this is St. Mary's Anglican Church. This is the old town hall first of all, where the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. and the Government Information Service is. And this is Courts Appliance Store over here. This is St. Mary's Anglican Church, which is just across from Jubilee Gardens, which was built in 1825, and it was the site of St. Michael's First Church, St. Mary's Anglican Episcopal Church at the lower end of Bridgetown. So this is the lower end of Bridgetown. So this is all Jubilee Gardens, which was Lower Green bus stand. The bus stand relocated down here in 2003. All St. Mary's Church. And this is the former United Insurance, Massey United Insurance Company. And this is the old Giants Health Food Store. Massey United Insurance is in here. And also Caribbean Commercial Bank used to be in here. And this is Broad Street, the longest street in the city. This is Lower Broad Street. We can see the Mutual Life Assurance building, Mutual Bank building. Which dates back to the 1800s. I think 1888 or something, so that dates back to. Yes guys, this is Lower Broad Street in Bridgetown. Looking back to the Jubilee Gardens, the old Town Hall building and the Coleridge appliance store. Since town is closing, I will do a little walk through different alleys in town. Court superstore here. Court appliance store at St. George Street in Bridgetown. And St. Mary's Church over here again. And we can see the city center mall over here with its multi-story car park. Jen Health Food Store used to be in here until 2018, and then moved out. So this is a late evening walk around town. Bridgetown is the capital of Barbados. CG United Insurance Company. And this is supposed to be the city of Bridgetown Cooperative Credit Union. So this is Lower Broad Street. The Mutual Life Assurance building, the Mutual Bank. And this is Trident House. We will come across Subway, CS Pharmacy, the Bionic Man Shop, the City of Bridgetown Cooperative Credit Union. It's also in here. So this is the Lower Broad Street taxi stand here. And this is the Las Vegas, which is a one-armed bandit, a gambling slot. And this is Chafet Broad Street. Chafet restaurant is exclusive to Barbados. For those of you who don't know what Chafet is a restaurant similar to Kentucky, but it is exclusive to Barbados. Even though it is not a Barbadian-owned restaurant, the owner is not a Barbadian, but it is exclusive to Barbados. It is owned by a Trinidadian national by the name of Asad John Halut, but he has a number of Chafet restaurants in Barbados, and this is Kentucky over here. And this is Canary Lane, leading you back to the Coleridge Appliance Store and Jubilee Gardens. Chafet restaurant. This is the emblem for Chafet, Man Halut with a chef hat on his head. And this is Kentucky restaurant on the opposite side. And this is the Mutual Bank, the Mutual Life Assurance building. Then it later became Bank of Butterfield, and then first citizens moved into there, and now the building is now vacant. This building dates back to the 1800s. So the side street here is St. George Street, and this street here is Prince Alfred Street. So this is all Bridgetown, which is the capital city of Barbados. So this is now, I'm now approaching Hinch Street, back to Hinch Street. Hinch Street here, looking back again towards the new Princess Alice bus terminal, which was a replacement for Jubilee Gardens, is down here. The bus stand is down here. The Princess Alice bus stand, and this will lead you back to the port and the Bridgetown Harbour and the immigration department where it started. I started the video down here, but I did not come straight up the road. I went through some avenues and showed you some of the city. I showed you some of the city, and then I met back on this above part here. Back to I don't want to know. The street. We can see the James Fort building, the Muslim building. All used to be freighting companies in here. And this is the Western Union money transfer. And this is Carlisle House in here, where the telephone company used to be. Now walking, approaching the boardwalk. Looking back to Hinch Street. And this is Carlisle House. The telephone company when it was Cable and Wireless. It used to be in here. And this is the Carlisle House car park. And this is Cockspur House. And the Going Places Travel. I think the Going Places Travel agency used to be in here, but I don't think it is in here anymore. And this is all Carlisle House. Cable and Wireless used to be in here years ago. And this is the Carlisle House car park. Now approaching the Wickham and Lewis Boardwalk, which is situated along the Wharf Road. This is all the wharf down here. So I am now walking on the wharf, on the boardwalk, along the wharf. Looking back at the Mutual Life Assurance building and back to the City of Bridgetown Cooperative Credit Union, Carlisle House. And this is all the coinage. The Jolly Roger ship usually docks down here, but I haven't seen it down here lately. This is the old immigration building here. The old immigration building, you can see out to Prince William Henry Street with Woolworth. So this is the Wharf Road, and this is the Wickham and Lewis Boardwalk. This boardwalk was built here sometime around 2000 or so. Years ago, this was just a road, and you was at the edge of the wharf. So when you're walking close to the wharf, and the car used to drive close to the wharf. But In the late 90s, early 2000s, they started to construct the boardwalk named after Colonel Wickham, who was a political analyst, and T.T. Lewis, who was a journalist. The old immigration building. So this is the wharf here, looking over to Caverns Lane, which is on the other side of the wharf. And the dry dock, lounge and restaurant. And the wharf, in the wharf here you will come across a number of small cruise vessels docked within the wharf. So I'm now heading up to the uptown now. So this is downtown, looking back down to Carlisle House. So now heading upwards now, uptown. This is Liverpool Lane through here. And this is the old Spirit Barn here. The old immigration department. The old Spirit Barn. Liverpool Lane. The old Spirit Barn, where they used to store spirits and adult wines. So now heading uptown now. The dance theater used to be here, and the dry dock, lounge and restaurant is also here. You see the Care Shepherd duty free shopping store, which is now Bridgetown Duty Free Shopping on Broad Street. Looking back down to the Wharf Road. This is the boardwalk, the Wickham and Lewis boardwalk. As I said before, it was named after T.T. Lewis, who was a journalist, and Colonel Wickham, who was a political analyst. T.T. Lewis was born in 1910 and died in 1959, and Colonel Wickham was born in 1896 and died in 1938. He was the grandfather of Peter Wickham, who was also a political analyst from Barbados. The back of Columbia Emerald, which is another duty-free shopping store on Broad Street. This is Care Shepherd store here as well. And this is all the wharf here, known as the Corinage, and the Barbados Dance Theater here. So I'm now heading uptown now. And this is Chafet Restaurant again, another branch at Hero Square at the top of Broad Street, where Manning, Wilkinson and Chandler appliance store used to be, which later became the Cost of Manning. And I will give you this is something about the slave trade, the Africans that were transported to Barbados during the slave trade. You can read it, the plot here, you can pause it and also always read it. This is the Trafalgar Square taxi stand. Upper Broad Street, the taxi stand. This is the Parliament here. So this is Chafet restaurant up close. Another branch of Chafet. So this is Trafalgar Square, better referred as Hero Square, which is at the top of Broad Street. And this is the Nelson column. The Nelson statue used to be here until 2020, the 16th of November 2020, when they removed it and placed it at the Garrison. So the Garrison Historic Area and UNESCO World Heritage Site. And this is the Parliament building here, which is the third oldest parliament in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, Rohan. Parliament building, which is the third oldest parliament in the Western Hemisphere. So this will take you back up to Bridge Street, where Sandy's shoe store used to be. Parliament buildings, which is the third oldest parliament in the Western Hemisphere. Looking back down to Broad Street and back to this is top of Broad Street, which can also be referred to as Hero Square or Trafalgar Square. So the Chamberlain place is where Chafet is, which used to be the Costa managed, and then it was managed by Chandler showroom. Managed used to be in there for so many years until the mid-90s when they moved out. This is also a taxi stand here. And this is the former Barbados Revenue Authority building. And this is the Cenotaph, which is in commemoration of those who fought in World War I and II. There are layer reefs on this Cenotaph, on this structure here, every Remembrance Day, which is the second or third Sunday in November. It is dedicated to those who fought in World War I and II, and the treasury is in the background. And this is the Parliament buildings here. And over here is the Chamberlain Lift Bridge, which is best referred to as the swing bridge. It used to lift in years gone by. Now it used to swing in years gone by. Now it only lifts to let large vessels across the sea. This is the Chamberlain Lift Bridge over here. And this is the Bridgetown Mall, which was once Julienne supermarket. It was Supercenter supermarket first, then it was Julienne, then it was Trimart, now it is the Bridgetown Mall. Or the Chamberlain Bridge. It no longer swings. It used to swing years ago. Now it lifts to let large vessels across the sea. It is operated by the Barbados Port Authority Inc. It was also closed to vehicular traffic sometime in the 90s, early 90s. This is all the warfare known as the Corinage. Looking back across to the Julienne supermarket, which is now Bridgetown Mall, and you can see the Fairchild Street bus terminal on the opposite side as well. And this is Independence Square over here, which was once a car park. And this is the Independence Arch over here. And this is the Bridge House over at Caverns Lane. So you can see the Central Bank of Barbados, the Revenue, the Treasury Building, the Parliament, and the Chamberlain Place. That's good. Looking at Independence Arch over here, and the building here was the Massey Stores, which was once the Costa Manning's appliance store. The Costa Manning's used to be in there as well. It was Manning's first, and then it was the Costa Manning's used to be in there as well. The building behind the Independence Arch. Back at the Parliament, the Cenotaph, and the Central Bank in the background. Back at Fairchurch Street bus terminal, where buses from that terminal will take you to the destinations in the south and east of the island. Back at the Cenotaph. Parliament again. And back down to Broad Street. And back to Bridge Street. By the way, Broad Street is a one-way street, so you can only come up Broad Street. I'm back in Nelson column again. And Chamberlain Place. And this is High Street through here, where A.P. Jones and S.Y. Adams store is. And this is the Royal Bank of Canada. Chocolate restaurant again. Royal Bank of Canada. So this is all Broad Street. Middle Street through here. And this is the Norman Center store where Fogarty's used to be. Fogarty's used to be here until they had the Bridgetown fire, when all the buildings in town burned down. Norman Center, Fogarty's used to be in here years ago. And Columbia Emerald, which is another duty-free jewelry store in town. This is another alley beside Care Shepherd and Norman Center. Should take you back to Victoria Street. This is Bridgetown Duty Free Shopping, which was once KF Shepherd. This was KF Shepherd department store. First Caribbean Bank, which was once Barclays Bank. Barclays Bank used to be in here first, then no First Caribbean, now moving to this building. And this is KF Shepherd. Okay, Shepherd store here. This is the duty free store, duty free shopping store as well. This is what instead of KF Shepherd looks like. A brief history of KF Shepherd. KF Shepherd was destroyed by fire on the 10th of December 1969 and it was rebuilt in 1971. This is Collins Pharmacy, another historic building in the city which dates back to 1888. And this is the Farmer Harrison duty-free shopping store, which later became Milano Jewelry. It was KF Shepherd. KF Shepherd had a branch in here as well. And then KF Shepherd moved out of there. And then Milano moved in there. This is the Republic Bank, which was once CIBC Bank. And then this is the Royal Shop duty free store. And this is the Royal Shop, which is another jewelry store, a duty free store as well. This is the Colonnade Mall. The Costa Manage was also in here a little bit. It was named as the Costa's Mall. Come back to the neutral light. Show what's the building.
A lot of elders across and going.
Come back to the old town hall building. Back at the come back down to the Lower Broad Street taxi stand on Mall 34 over here. And this is the site of the Colonnade Mall and the ATMs for the Republic Bank. This is Prince William Henry Street, where Woolworth is. Woolworth store. Most other countries have done away with Woolworth, but we still have ours here in Barbados. Prince William Henry Street, Woolworth. This is Victoria Street, behind KF Shepherd. This is the back of KF Shepherd store behind here. This is no Bridgetown duty free shopping. And this is Bootylicious. I'm now approaching Swan Street. This Bootylicious building was once a Barbados Hardware, which is now Mall 16. Back to Swan Street. This is looking back out to Swan Street and back down to Bridgetown. This street will take you back to the library, where the old library is, and back to the police station. The central police station known as Coleridge Street. This is Swan Street now. Yeah. This This is Las Vegas, which is another one-armed bandit. And this is the Cherish Cosmetique. And this is the seafood, meats and more. And this is Cherish Cosmetique store. The Liberty store here. And the $3 store, which is known as the Dollar Wise store. And this is Stanley Shoe Shop. This is the Sewing World, which is another department store. Oh, Swan Street. Back to Palmetto Street. This way to lead you back to High Street, back to S.Y. Adams store. This way back to Robert Street. And this is the Palmetto Street, Palmetto Mall here, the Vendors Mall. Now approaching back High Street. And this is the Carter's General Store, which is a hardware store. Another alley in Bridgetown. This is the S.Y. Adam and Son store. S.Y. Adam store here. The church is upstairs here. This is A.P. Jones Pharmacy on High Street. And this is Charlton Court here. I think a cinema used to be in here years ago. And this is the side of the Parliament building. This will take you back to Palmetto Street. This is the back of the Parliament buildings here. So I meet back by the Parliament again as well. So this is night time now. Night is approaching and most of the businesses have been closed down. Graystone starts to become dead around 6, around after 5 when most of the businesses start to close. So again, I meet back by Chamberlain Place where Trafalgar restaurant is. And Royal Bank of Canada again. And back to the wharf and Corinage. And the Parliament buildings here. And the Cenotaph and Treasury building. This is it. Parliament. The Parliament building again. And the Cenotaph. So I will close the video somewhere around here now. Thanks for watching. and have a blessed evening.